Some people out there are abusing our public lands. As I see it, they can either clean up their act or get out of town.
It's halftime. Both teams are in their locker room discussing what they can do to win this game in the second half. It's halftime in America, too. People are out of work and they're hurting, and they're all wondering what they're gonna do to make a comeback. And we're all scared because this isn't a game. The people of Detroit know a little something about this. They almost lost everything. But we all pulled together. Now Motor City is fighting again. I've seen a lot of tough eras, a lot of downturns in my life, and times when we didn't understand each other. It seems that we've lost our heart at times. The fog of division, discord, and blame made it hard to see what lies ahead. But after those trials, we all rallied around what was right and acted as one. Because that's what we do. We find a way through tough times, and if we can't find a way, then we'll make one. All that matters now is what's ahead. How do we come from behind? How do we come together? And how do we win? Detroit's showing us it can be done. And what's true about them is true about all of us. This country can't be knocked out with one punch. We get right back up again, and when we do, the world's gonna hear the roar of our engines. Yeah, it's halftime America, and our second half's about to begin. In the last few years, America's been knocked down. 23 million people can't find full-time work, and we borrow $4 billion every single day, much of it from China. When someone doesn't get the job done, you gotta hold them accountable. Obama's second term would be a rerun of the first, and our country just couldn't survive that. We need someone who could turn it around fast, and that man is Mitt Romney. There's not much time left, and the future of our country is at stake.
American Crossroads is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Clint Eastwood is a little upset.
It seems some misguided individuals out there are abusing our public lands. They're vandalizing our public parks and playgrounds, and they're overrunning our wild areas. Real nice guys. Some clowns are even stealing artifacts from historic sites. Now, when I hear about things like that, it really bothers me. I find it unacceptable, and I know you do too. Because these lands are ours, yours and mine. Now I know what you're thinking. What can I do? Well, you can either sit there and do nothing, or you can start by getting some information on how you can help stop land abuse. As I see it, these people who are abusing our public lands can either clean up their act or get out of town.
Bad guys abuse public land. Good guys save it. If you want to help, write Take Pride in America. Post Office Box 1339, Jessup, Maryland, 20794.
See this cute little vial here? It's crack, rock cocaine, the most addictive form. You think it's the glamour drug of the 80s? Well, that's the point of this friendly little reminder. It can kill you. And if you've got to die for something, this sure as hell ain't it.
In the next few months, the motion picture industry and theater owners will be bringing you a series of messages like the one you just saw. I don't think anybody will miss the point. The thrill can kill. The drug dealers need to know that we want them out of our schools, neighborhoods, and our lives. And the only way to do that is to take the customers away from the product. Say no to drugs and say yes to life.
course, your local drug pusher may tell you a little something different about these drugs. And who you believe is up to you. But then again, if you go ahead and try them, at least it won't be out of ignorance. Just stupidity. What would I do if someone offered me these drugs? I'd tell them to take a hike.
I'm Clint Eastwood.
A fellow like that, what do we know about him? Who is he? Where's he come from?
Guy asked me what's all the excitement. I told him about the Classic Westerns coming up on TBS. He asked me if he could stay. My advice is never turn your back on a good showdown.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
When you've got it, you've got it. And TBS has the best.
Well, if he says so, it's all right with me.
5 days of classic westerns, beginning at 8:05 Eastern tonight on TBS.
Okay. To stay out of this lousy bunker. Let's see, what did I use here last time? Wedge or a 9? Probably a 9. Just hit the dance floor. Just get it close.
While we're young, please.
We're helping to pick up the pace. See what you can do at usga.org.